Hi there, my name is Alex Loesch, and I am Director of Strategy here at Speero. Today, I wanted to take some time to talk about decoupling impact from effort and how important that can be for your experimentation program to really understand the fundamentals behind it to enable higher velocity and ultimately get higher return on investment from your program. So the first thing I want to go over is what are we referring to when we say impact? What are we referring to when we say effort? So impact is going to have three categories: iterative, substantial, and disruptive. And they're all going to pertain to how they are impacting the user journey, to what degree. So iterative tests are going to be a minimal impact on the user journey. Substantial tests are going to be ones that decently influence the user journey. And then disruptive tests are going to be ones that alter the user journey significantly. The effort is strictly referring to dev complexity. So those are going to have three buckets as well: low, medium, and high. And it's important to note, if you take anything away from this, is that impact does not equal dev effort. So a disruptive test can be low complexity, like a CTA change in a very key area of the site, for example, the navigation, but can be very high impact because of the actual element itself and how impactful it is to the user journey. Now, there are two separate blueprints linked down here that are going to be helpful to go into more of the granularities of what I'm talking about here. This first one that you can find at Speero's site is under Resources and Blueprints. It is the Solution Spectrum Blueprint, goes over more details around iterative, substantial, or disruptive. So if you are interested in using those categories for your testing program, you can take a look at these, understand them a little bit more deeply, and how they might apply to your testing ideas. And then the second blueprint that we have linked is how to balance test velocity versus complexity. So talking about that a little bit more and how to really think about that to ensure that you are maximizing your program as best as possible between those two. Let's talk about striking a healthy balance with iterative, substantial, and disruptive tests. Well, something that I want to note first is that this is an example of a healthy balance. This is one that we do typically see work, but each testing program is going to be unique in their needs. So this might change slightly. But in general, you want to look for a nice, healthy mixture between the three. Substantial is the highest, followed by disruptive, followed by iterative. And important to just remind ourselves that low effort tests can have a high return on investment if it disrupts a critical user touch point. So this allows us to look at increasing the velocity of programs instead of being very keen on only running high effort tests because they're perceived as always being disruptive, which may be the case. High effort could mean disruptive, but that will damper velocity, right? You won't be able to build as many tests within a period of time, say within a month, as compared to if you run more disruptive tests that are low to medium effort. Now, you'll mix and match between the effort and the actual impact, but it is good to know how you can mix and match them and how you could think about these things in order to maximize velocity for your program, because increased velocity means that you're going to get more winners much more quickly and then ultimately get a higher return on investment for the program and also learn a lot more about your users much more quickly. So higher return, more learnings, it's a win-win. Now I'm going to go over a couple of examples here of disruptive yet simple tests. So this one here, these are of course anonymized and more just a mock-up to show you the actual test that we ran, not indicative of the exact way that it was run in terms of the look and feel. But this test here was on a paid landing page for a B2B SaaS company. And in the control, their logo was not clickable. In the test, just based on data, suggested that maybe we should be allowing users to actually click on it and do something. So we created a link to the homepage if they clicked on the logo itself. And that actually equated to over a 19% increase in total leads by that small change alone. So it was disruptive to the user journey because in a key point of the user journey, it's on the paid landing page in the navigation, and it alters it by bringing users to different area. Instead of keeping them on the page, they bring them to the home page. Very simple, So low effort, but disruptive test, and was a huge increase in leads. So great return from this one simple test. Another example that's simple yet disruptive is one that was run on an e-commerce site where in the control, you select your product name anywhere from rose, vanilla, apple, and in the variant is to change the actual product name, so that capsule, to match the color of the bottles. And this is considered disruptive because it's a part of the user journey that a user does have to interact with in order to continue forward. But this very small change on making element that needs to be interacted with more personalized to what is actually going on as they select them, equated to over $45,000 in monthly revenue from just this small change alone. So I don't want it to seem that every single test should be a low effort disruptive test. But if we think back, we want to have a healthy balance and we want to be open to the fact that these tests do exist. And a lot of times these low effort, highly disruptive tests can be great ways to increase velocity, like I was saying before. And so, yes, thank you so much for your time.